so dry, they explode like dust.
Suck my balls, suck my balls.
You must suck my golf balls. Mommy,
Yes?
suck my balls.
You got a lot of growing up to do, buddy. Suck my balls.
Sorry I'm different, but you can just suck my clit and my balls. You know what? You know what? That's what. Suck my clit and balls. I don't have to suck your balls. Before this day is over, you will suck my balls. Suck my balls, fat ass. I will. I will suck your balls, Kyle. And I will get down on my knee and I will suck your balls. I'll suck them dry, Kyle. Suck my balls, Kyle. Well, excuse my French, Mrs. Marsh, but you can suck my fat, hairy balls.
Suck my big balls in your hairy butthole. Suck my big balls in your hairy butthole. Your hairy butthole.
What is that?
It's my balls.
God damn it, Carmen! How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Darcy? Holy shit, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That's right, welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of
Suck my balls, suck my balls. My balls, suck 'em dry.
Suck My Balls, a South Park review. I, of course, am your host in the heat, and I can't be beat. I'm the guy who's high where the air is, dry. Been kind of chilly, though, last couple days. Your boy.
Nice.
It's
been beautiful.
S. G G G G G G G G G G G G G G G G G G. Each and every week, I am joined by two guys who like to go outside and sit on ledges smelling pies, like the 1980s, or like Five Guys. I don't know. I digress. I don't know where I was going with there. It wasn't as good as my lasagna rap last week. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to his own podcast. How about the Tom Bout, the Tom Bout, the Tom Bout, the Tom Bout.
Time out. Scoop that is. Scoop.
Talking about freaking Ian Colano, a.k.a. Scoop.
Time out.
Tom Bout. And ladies and gentlemen, making his way back to the podcast as we record this each and every week. Sometimes he's with us, sometimes he's not. But this week he's back for more. And we missed him.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm dreaming of a
It's our favorite
Christmas.
Iggy Pop's rendition.
Just like the ones I used to know.
God, this is bad. This one's
I
bad.
was gonna say,
so
is this
bad.
like going, and then you said Iggy Pop.
We didn't pre-listen to it.
we just
Don't
went
ask
with
me
it.
why I think a man named Cohen would sing a Christmas Carol, but I mean, if Neil Diamond does it, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Well, guys, we're back as we are each and every week to break down South Park for you. And
That's
we've
right,
got a fun
for
one
you.
today. Now, first of all, I don't know what's going on in the world of South Park and our downloads, but we just want to send a special shout out to you, listener, because this month is just continuing to climb and downloads and numbers. Whether that's because everyone's now, coming over to our own, specific feed. We're not that dispersed upon part of different networks, so we can kind of actually get a full scope of who actually listens to our shows. And the numbers are quite surprising for us, for a bunch of guys who just talk about South Park. So we appreciate you guys
We love you.
downloading the podcast.
Thank you for listening
And
so much.
shake my bash.
Hit my badge.
Use our code SuckMyBallsPod at thebakeboysclub.com. Not just a brand, it's
a lifestyle.
a lifestyle. Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing.
You feeling good?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Are you
feeling
excited?
Great, feeling
For the Christmas season that's still upon us?
Oh God, no.
Come on, man. My birthday's in like 2.5
Nobody
weeks.
cares about that except
Fine.
for you and your family.
Fuck you guys then.
I
I
never
care.
said I didn't care about it. I will definitely tell you happy birthday on your
You guys
birthday.
fucking better tell me happy birthday.
Yeah, you told me happy birthday on mine, even though it was
You know
Yeah.
what? What are you trying to say, Joe?
What are you trying to?
What are you fucking getting
It
at,
wasn't
dickweed?
your-
I
it wasn't
saw
your
you
birthday?
on your birthday.
No, I was trying to remember like how it wasn't like.
You know, actually, I gave Joe a really good birthday present because I was there on his birthday
he
and I got the
did, and then
job
it was
offer.
like it was just kind of like, oh, happy birthday.
Oh man, my bad.
I got the job offer on his birthday. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
after we were done recording, yeah.
You can't shake my patch. Well, guys, we don't want to go on for too much of a diatribe here.
That'll get cut.
Because otherwise we know people will complain. But they want to hear South Park reviews and South Park stuff. And this episode of South Park is a banger. All right, guys, so we're going to get into it now. This episode, of course, is Little Crime Stoppers. It's the 6th episode of this season 7, 102nd overall episode. And of course, as we mentioned, episode number 105 for us. And this one is pretty funny. Now, Joe, you didn't get to join us last week for Jennifer Lopez, so we're sorry you were not available to get lots of taco-flavored kisses for Benny.
Right. And it's so pertinent now because they're back together, too.
I know. We didn't really even talk about that, did we? We kind of brought it up, maybe. Did we mention it?
Who?
We mentioned Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. We were talking about them in the trivia and pop culture section, I think.
Oh yeah.
Them
I
being
think
back
we
together.
brought it up.
Yeah, because we talked about Jennifer Lopez jumping from from Ben Affleck to Mark Anthony to A-Rod, and then
now
back to Ben Affleck.
Now he's
Y'all are forgetting Puffy, too. She went
Oh.
from
She was
Puffy
with
to
Puffy.
Affleck.
Oh, Puffy was
Yeah.
before Affleck. Okay.
Puffy was the first one. He
Yeah.
can always
Diddy
brag
did it
about
first.
that.
Diddy did it first.
Diddy did it.
He did it.
Diddy did it.
Diddy did it.
Vote or
And
die, motherfucker. Vote or
I
die.
think there may have been like a backup dancer at some point in there, too.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I think I remember something about that too.
Shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass.
Watch it
Show me,
now.
show me what you're working with.
Good old Mystical. Is he out of prison yet?
I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of mystical in prison, this episode is titled Little Crime Stoppers. And Joe, why don't you talk about the first paragraph here of what we got here in front of us, and then I'll play the clip to actually start off this episode.
So the boys decide to play detective and go around town solving minor crimes for $1.
For
They first- $1. They first investigate the disappearance of a pie left sitting on the window of an elderly couple's home. After examining the scene of the crime, they come to the conclusion, based on no evidence at all, that the husband wanted the pie. But as his wife would not allow him to eat it yet, he decided to brutally murder her and dispose her body in a gruesome manner. Before he could go through with the plan, though, which is fucking amazing, the pie had already been eaten by their dog where the boys found it. And, like, they blocked their parents from watching murder porn years later. But this is like the most murder porn shit in all of murder porn.
Well, yeah, it's like CSI shit, right? It's what's really going on, what's pertinent in the world right now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna start off part of this episode here. If you haven't listened to the last 4 or 5 episodes, which actually, as we've mentioned, not to again brag, we've been getting really good numbers. So thank you again for the last 5 or 6 episodes. We've had big numbers each episode. So, but if you haven't, maybe you've skipped along, you're just getting here now, and you've maybe listened to our traditional format where we were doing more of the clips. Now we're kind of doing, I'd say this is more akin to a mystery science theater style, where we're just kind of like playing in the background and kind of speaking over the clips that we see. So here's the start of the episode.
Yes? Oh, hello, boys.
Hello, sir. South Park Junior Detectives. We're wondering if you have any crimes you need solved for $1.
Ooh, little crime stoppers, huh?
For
Well,
$1.
I'm afraid I don't have any crimes I need solved right now.
Ah, All right, sir. Well, please call us if you need anything.
I'll do that. Have fun, boys.
Stupid assholes. How come nobody has a crime to solve?
Yeah, maybe starting a detective club isn't such a great idea.
It's a great idea. We just have to keep working at it.
Just have to
Yeah,
keep
how
working
dare
at it.
our parents live in such a nice neighborhood.
Oh, hello
Right.
there, boys.
Hello, ma'am. We're detectives with the South Park Crime Unit. Do you have any crimes you need solved for $1?
For
Oh,
$1?
neighborhood detectives, huh? Well, let me think. Oh,
Let me
yes, there
think.
is something.
Really?
Yes, 2 days ago I put a fresh baked cherry pie out on my windowsill to cool. And later when I went to get it, it was gone.
My God.
That good.
Have you reported this to any other authorities?
No, but I think it's a perfect case for you kids.
Okay, so real quick. Like, I know this is going back like 18 years ago or so, but the first time I saw this episode, I thought for sure that the episode was going to delve more into the pie and that it was going to be Cartman that stole it. Like, I knew that little fat ass had something to do with it.
I'm sorry. Take the pie. Take the pie.
Right?
We can find
Yeah.
news. We're on the case.
All right, so now they're
What
investigating
have you
here.
got, Marsh?
What do you got,
Penguin
Mash?
McCormick found something interesting.
He points at a dog eating a pan full of pie.
Jesus, we're too late.
Now I think we can piece this case together now.
Then what they extrapolate here. Okay. What they extrapolate here really makes no sense.
0.
0 sense, but it's hysterical. So here we go.
Oh, but what happened to the pie?
Well, we've all talked it through and we've come up with a theory.
Well, what do you think happened, little detectives?
You said you set the pie on the windowsill where it must have sat for some time. But its sweet smell attracted the attention of somebody.
Your husband. He wanted that pie badly, but he knew that he was not allowed to eat it yet.
Like, it's even got the murder porn music.
Right, and then this part's great here with Cartman. Then he's talking about slowly waiting them in the night, slowly beating you up.
But its sweet smell attracted the attention of somebody.
Your husband. He wanted that pie badly, but he knew that he was not allowed to eat it yet.
Slowly the rage built inside his mind. Why won't she let me eat that pie? Why does she always stop me from doing what I want to do? The only solution became obvious. Kill her. Plan was to use a hammer. Bash your skull in.
So graphic.
To make it impossible for police to identify the body, he would use a shovel to remove your head.
Jesus.
Then saw off the arms and legs.
Oh my God.
The torso he would dump into the legs. The arms and legs he would dissolve with acid and lime in the bathroom.
Oh my
and then
God.
finally, he'd be able to eat that pie.
But before he could go through with his entire plan, he discovered that the pie had already been eaten. By your dog.
By your dog.
Looks like the game is over, old man.
Oh my God, what kind of television have you kids been watching?
Just the news.
Just the news.
All right, you boys run along now.
Hey, you owe us $1, lady.
Fine, here, just go.
Wow.
Wow, look, you guys, our first dollar. We're in business.
Man, they could have got $1 for each of them.
Right?
Damn, they
And
were
like,
thinking
you
right.
could have, like, they could have totally had John Curtis or any of the other murder porn guys narrating that, and it would have just,
It would have
like,
been awesome.
it sounds so perfect, especially when they start the next one where they start going into, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, so what happens in the next scene to set us up here? Take us through the next couple things.
at this point, they're back down in the basement, which is their headquarters, and it involves the recovery of Sarah Peterson's doll, which Sarah is brought down to the office by Leanne Cartman, who is the secretary, and Cartman just proceeds to absolutely shit on it. Hey, we need more juice and cookies. We're not fucking paying you for nothing here. Or whatever the fuck it is that he says. It's just fucking, it's great.
It is good.
It's so, what's that?
No, I just said, yeah, it's good. It's funny.
Yeah. So, and their first suspect, it seems in every case, if you look at their background, their suspect list is Butters. So obviously Butters is the first one they wrangle in the kidnapping of Sarah Peterson's doll.
Hey, Joe, what do they, normally if you go to, I guess, in a rape type situation, what do they normally ask their suspects for samples of that really doesn't apply, though, to here in this case of a doll? But what did Cartman go ahead and ask Butters for?
Oh, I was getting there, but Cartman asked for a semen sample because again, watching the news and murder porn, but even better was the good cop, bad cop employed by Cartman and Kenny in this scene.
Kenny, I
it's
love
okay
Kenny.
there.
Cartman's like, your story's full of hoes, stat. And Kenny's like, it's all right.
Right, exactly. So they got that tip afterwards, and they go finding the doll, and then
Yeah. Oh, yes. They get a tip to follow the doll and recover it from Bill and Bossy's house. Let's fucking stupid.
Detectives, you guys are gay.
that's kind.
Those guys.
We're gay.
And this was after they managed to wrestle the case back from a couple rich kids who were playing FBI, which, as we all know, in a kidnapping case, that becomes federal, which means the FBI takes jurisdiction. And as in everything else in life, because they're the richer kids with the better toys, they get to make the rules. Hey, you don't get to make the rules. Yes, we do.
All right, let's play a little bit of that before we get to
Yeah.
them getting promoted.
More cookies and coffee. We're not paying you to sit on your ass.
Do you know where your doll is? If I knew where it was, it wouldn't be lost.
Great fucking point.
It is a great fucking point, actually, right? Like when the interrogator, I get what they're trying to ask you because it's trying to help you recall a memory, or like where was the last time you saw it? Should have been like the better question, but yeah, that was a good point.
Trying to get her to slip up. They think it's her.
Now I want you to describe what the doll
Oh,
looks like
here
to
we
our
go,
sketch
Kenny
artist,
with the sketch artist.
She has curly blonde hair, and a red dress, and a turned up nose, and a blue bow in her hair.
Did you get it, Ken?
You got it, Ken?
All right, let's see. Damn it, Kenny, that's not what she said.
Put that away.
Kenny's most wanted. They're all chicks with boobs.
Boobies.
Right?
We're gonna bend you down.
No sign of forced entry.
But the window isn't locked.
Right, so it's possible the thief sat
I
out
like
in
how
that
they
tree.
do this
He would have watched
craziness.
Sarah with her doll, possibly while cutting the palms of his hand with a large knife. The pain gave him sick pleasure.
The
Oh,
doll wouldn't be easy.
fuck.
He would have had to have brought a shovel to decapitate it.
We're going to need semen samples from everything in this.
Semen samples.
From everything
let's
in
do
this
this by the
room.
books. O'Donnell, give me experience of all the places the doll used to be. Mitchell, run a tap on the phone.
Hey, kid, what are you doing?
Agent Tucker, FBI.
FBI.
And you?
Detective Marsh, I'm in charge of this investigation.
No, not anymore, you're not.
Hey, this is our case. You can't come in and take over.
Can't we? You guys are playing detectives. We're playing FBI.
FBI.
That gives us jurisdiction over you.
Oh, crap.
I want choppers on the roof ready to go.
Dude, we've been working this case since 2:30.
Good. Then you can help us by telling me everything you know.
Son of a bitch, stupid FBI. Well, I guess we can go back to playing laundromat. No, we're not going to stop playing detectives. We've just got to find that little girl's doll before those FBI guys do.
Ugh. Yeah, but how?
We're going to have to just start bringing in people for questioning. Right. I think I know exactly where to start. Where were you this morning at 9 o'clock, Butters?
But I was at home.
Your story's full of hoes, and I'm going to beat your ass if you don't start telling the truth. They've really gotten good at this good cop, bad cop thing. You're going down, Butters, you hear me? You're worth a $2 criminal and you're lying.
I don't have nothing to confess. Honestly.
Fine. Then you won't mind giving us a semen sample.
Semen sample.
How do I do that?
How do I
Make
do
the
that?
semen come out of your body and put it in this cup.
How do I make semen come out of my body?
Stop playing games.
I'm not playing. I really don't know.
That does it. Wait right here.
They're just standing behind like
Yes. Did you
a
hear
piece
that?
of cardboard.
Butters doesn't know how you make semen come out of your body.
How do you make semen come out?
I don't know. I was hoping you guys did. It's that thing we learned about in school where you pull on your wiener until white stuff comes out. Really?
Oh, right. You're
Pull
supposed
on
to
your
pull and masturbate
wiener.
your wiener really fast.
Masturbate your wiener really fast. All right, here we go. Now he's going to go over. You really don't know where semen comes from, do you? All right, let me tell you. Come on.
Really don't know how to make semen come out?
No.
Follow me to the bathroom. Now go sit on the toilet and pull and tug on your wiener until white stuff comes out, then put it in this cup.
My wiener?
Yes, retard, semen comes from your wiener. Now do it.
And while this is going on, they're going to get this tip, right? So, but then they just kind of just literally,
Oh.
they literally ditch Butters here because it doesn't matter because they get a tip, so they just leave, right? So there's really no reason to continue what's going on. But I just kind of feel like it's messed up because the Butters all by himself, sitting there the whole time, throughout the whole
Yeah.
episode now, and he's just going to be tugging away on his wiener. Today,
Right? They don't even give him a magazine or anything.
don't even get a magazine. Kind of sucks.
Yeah. So,
Okay, Miss Jones, me and Dr. Flick here just need to check your vagina.
You check your vagina. This guy.
Now,
oh, this is so good.
right, he's like signing him, like, you know, detective code, whatever you might want to say.
C2?
Then he tells him, and Kyle's like, "What?"
What?
I see two guys inside with
Sarah Peterson's
doll.
doll.
You stupid Jew. That lined up. Good job, Joe.
Thanks.
I see two guys inside. They have Sarah Peterson's doll. You stupid Jew. The doll.
The doll.
Okay,
Fucking nose
okay.
is bleeding.
Ready? Ring the doorbell.
I love that
Who is it?
Kyle.
South Park Junior Detectives. We know you have Sarah Peterson's doll. They're playing detective. That's gay.
That's gay.
You're gay.
Your guy.
What do we do now? I don't know. Well, if they're not going to give us back the doll, then we have no choice. Let's go tell on them. Just tell on them. Why not?
Because, dude, we're playing detectives. Detectives don't just go tell on people.
Hey, detectives. If you don't get out of here, we're going to rip the doll's head
You
off.
gotta tie them down a chair.
Yeah. We were playing gynecologists, and now we're playing criminals. Yeah. That's gay. We're gay.
We're good.
Jesus, they're gonna kill her. We got to do something.
Time. Time is what we need, but time is something we ain't got.
Attention, you in the house.
The FBI.
This is Agent Tucker with the FBI. We have you surrounded, sort of.
Sort of.
Hey, you buttholes can't play FBI here. Yeah, this was our hot lead.
And you did a great job leading us here. Now you just stay out of our way. That gig is up, bossy. Bring up the doll, or we'll tell on you.
We're going to charge the front door and go get it.
No, you're not.
Damn it, man, this is not the time for negotiations. There's a little doll in there about to have her head twisted off.
Climb off, kid. Wait till you can't charge the front door and you have to obey what the FBI says. That's the rules.
Just because your parents can afford better toys than ours doesn't make you better than us.
Yes, it does so.
Yes, it does so.
I love that Kyle doesn't even take the time to get back at Cartman after he calls him a stupid Jew. He's just so on the case that he just lets it pass. He does get an angry look on his face, but he still just lets it go.
That's a good point. He basically is able to understand the fact that the situation does not require him to overreact right now, that there's more pressing matters.
Yeah.
And in this case, it's to get this doll. So here's what's going to happen to end this scene, as you kind of already alluded to. Now they're going to go through the back door, and they're going to find a way to get in.
Come on, guys. You don't want to hurt that doll.
Oh, crap, they're coming in the back.
They're all playing guns and shooting at each other.
I got you.
They are finger banging.
Finger banging.
Did so? No, because I got special wizard armor on.
We're not playing Dungeons and Dragons, ass face.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
I'm
Slow-mo.
doing slow-mo.
This is the innocence of being kids right here.
Yeah.
Oh, they got me. Yeah. We're dead. Let's go.
Let's go.
We got it.
Got it. They got the doll.
They got the damn job.
So what happens after that, Joe, after they got that doll?
So the boys are then recognized by the South Park Police Department and are deputized as junior detectives, which apparently makes them full-fledged cops in South Park because South
That's
Park.
all you need.
And
For South
Lieutenant
Park, yeah.
Dawson begins to assign them cases that should be reserved for actual detectives,
Right.
including busting a meth lab, which, because of the actions of the drug dealers themselves, leads to the death of every suspect inside. But it's the boys' fault because they play fast and loose.
They play fast and
The mayor's
loose.
up my
fast
ass.
and loose.
The mayor's up my ass.
Get out here playing fast and loose.
And we also
Like
see,
every cop movie ever.
I want to point out here that in the background we do see a young version of what will become what's his name, the detective now, the head detective,
Harrison Yates.
Garrison Yates.
Find Detective Harrison Yates.
There's a young version of Garrison Yates in the background here, and you can see him with no facial hair. I don't know if you caught that, Joe.
I did not. You're a
Maybe-
damn fine cop.
Maybe this is how they play with their characters.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? This is kind of how they figure out who they're gonna have. They
This is
add these.
before he grew his mustache in Red Dead.
And
I need a
before
life
Red
of my
Dead.
own.
You see that?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's a young Garrison Yates with no
Yeah,
fucking
and
mustache.
the one in the middle is totally the other. Is like the other fucking like cop that they normally have along as like Yates's number 2 or whatever.
Right. So here's the scene.
Crime Stoppers, I'm Lieutenant Dawson with the Park County Police. I heard you did a great job finding little Sarah Peterson's doll.
We do what we can, sir.
Well, that's fantastic, kids. And for all your terrific sleuth solving, I'm hereby making you all junior detectives.
Wow, awesome.
That means you boys are now an official part of the department.
Cool.
All right, so ready for your first assignment?
Sure.
Okay, there's a meth lab down at 567 Mala Vista. The operators are probably armed to the hilt with illegal weapons. I want you to get down there and see what you can find.
A meth lab?
I don't want any problems. Just take them down by the books. Now get over there. The mayor's all over my ass on this one. Oh, and deputies. You screw this up and I'll have you working graveyard shift behind a desk. Move it!
Have you working graveyard behind the
Graveyard
desk.
shift behind the desk.
This is great. Now they roll up to the meth lab.
I don't know. Let's
Yes.
just hurry up. I want to get home in time to watch Crime Drama.
These guys are doing drugs, making drugs.
Right, yeah, they're making meth.
Yep. And they knock on the door.
Police, open up. Oh, crap. Did you guys do your math homework?
Oh, dude, I totally spaced it.
Die, pigs!
Yeah, pigs.
Stupid idiots just shooting everything on, man.
So high that they fucked their own shit up.
Right? I like
Yeah.
how the kids just stand there and they don't do nothing. The guy gets into a car accident here. It's a tanker or whatever this car is, like a delivery truck, and then crashes into another car. Everyone gets on fire.
So
Right.
long, coppers.
This guy's on a plane. He runs out of fuel. Then he crashes into Tom's rhinoplasty. And the boys again are just standing there. Damn.
8 more people just died.
One UPS vehicle valued at
It was a UPS vehicle.
$25,000. One civilian vehicle worth $16,000. The second floor of the post office and a coffee shop valued at $60,000. The mayor's gonna have my ass.
Sir, we just got kind of blindsided by the...
You got careless. Now I don't know how
All they
do
did was
things
knock on
down
the
at that
door.
dog and pony show they call the 4th grade, but here we have rules. Jesus, we don't even have guys to question now because you killed them all.
We're sorry.
One
We're
more
sorry.
slip up like that and I'll have your badges. You hear me? Now hit the showers.
And then now
well.
Dog and
if it isn't
pony
the
show.
super cops.
the super caps.
Hey, Murphy, think they'll let me borrow their G.I. Joes?
Come on, you guys. Leave him alone.
Relax, Hopkins. All fun and games.
They all get naked, which
So,
makes no
tell us,
sense.
rookies,
Why would
you
they're not in the shower
Find
yet?
yourself a little bonus in that house?
bonus?
Right, and their
Come
dicks
on,
are
we
right
aren't
in their
skipping you off the
faces.
top. Oh, or are you too good for that? You think you're gonna waltz in here and clean up the system? Is that it?
We just want to be junior detectives.
Look, we all work hard, and we deserve more than the $30,000 a year we get paid. So what if we take in a little on the side? Yeah, who the hell are you to change that? I said back off, Murphy. Why don't you and your rookie friends make us? That's right. Come on.
I should hit the showers.
What the hell is the problem here? No problem, sir.
No problem at all.
Then hit the showers, all of you.
Hit the shower. Oh, it's like a coach or something. They come back.
Yeah.
Now they're all in the shower. It's just funny them taking
Dude,
this.
I don't want to play detective
Where's
anymore.
Kenny?
Me neither.
Kenny.
It'll get better, you guys. Better how, dude?
I don't know. Oh, they don't want to show
Look,
us
we
his
said
face.
we wanted
maybe?
to form a club to protect and serve South Park. We put all this time into it. I mean, what do you guys want to do, huh? Go back to playing car mechanics or laundromat owners?
We were happy playing laundromat owners.
I wasn't. We started playing detective because we wanted our playtime to mean something. Or have you forgotten why you joined the force, Kyle? Hey, Raflaski's a good cat. You guys can go back to playing laundromat owners if you want, but I'm not going to give
Cartman
those kids
stood up
playing the
for him.
FBI a chance to laugh at.
Cartman just stood up for Kyle.
Cartman just stood up for Kyle.
Hey, Raflaski's a good cat.
My God, Bravlaski's a good
Well,
cat.
here's the dichotomy of Eric, right? It's like I hate Kyle, but I get to be the one that hates Kyle, not you.
Yeah, they're just like
No one gets to break my little brother's nose but
Me,
me.
exactly.
Nobody gets to mess with my turds but me.
That's his own special service.
In a world dash full of turds. Turds!
So what happens after they got mocked by those cops there?
So the boys are sent to a strip club owned by the leader of Colorado's greatest drug cartel, who was behind the original meth lab. Right before the boys enter the club, the drug boss, Gino, can be seen in his office talking and mentions that they have to get the McCormicks to start making meth again, which is the latest in many hints as to how the McCormicks make their money and what exactly their addiction and problem is.
Hey, before you continue, let's listen to this quick scene though here really quick when Cartman comes home that night after the.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's 10:30. Get off my ass.
Eric, where have you been? It's 10:30.
We had to take down a meth lab on Mala Vista.
Well, you should have called Mommy.
Will you get off my back? It's hard enough I gotta work the beat and then I gotta come home to your nagging. Look, I'm sorry. It's just this case and the guys down at the station. I'm tired, all right? I'm tired.
Well, why don't you get ready for Snoogum's night-night and I'll bring you some toasty chocolate numbers.
Okay.
Okay.
He goes right back into kid mode and shit. But yeah, go ahead and continue about the strip club owner.
So after saying that they want the McCormicks to start making the meth again, the boys arrive. As the boys arrive into the strip club, they tell one of the security guards at the strip club that they know the owner, and they are then brought into Gino's office, and that is when one of Gino's thugs recognizes the boys. I know these guys, they're 5-0. And at that point, a massive shootout ensues, though the boys have nothing more than the finger guns and the finger bang that they had against Bill and Fosse.
Pew, pew. No, Kenny, it's bang, bang. Bang, bang.
So.
All right, so we're in the strip club now.
Yep.
Dude, if my mom knew I was in here, I would be in super big trouble.
Woohoo.
It's
Kenny.
fucking Kenny.
Kenny.
Would you like a
Dance.
No, thanks.
Dance.
Anyone like a
Dance.
She's gonna do it the whole Candy.
Whoa, what the hell are you kids doing in here? This isn't an appropriate place for children.
I'm offended, sir. We are dwarves.
Anyone like a dance?
I'm just kidding.
It's okay. We know the owner.
Oh, really? Let's go see.
All right, so I have to start having the McCormicks make our meth again, and...
Hey, Gino,
There it
these
is.
kids say they know you.
What? I don't know no kids.
I didn't think so. All right, you kids.
Hey, wait a minute. These kids might be just what we need to get our drugs past the security at DIA. How would you like to join our family?
Yo, Gino, I know I've seen these kids before, man. These kids are 5-0.
What?
These kids are cops, man.
We just start shooting at kids. Bang, 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 bang.
It doesn't go pew. It goes bang, bang, bang.
Now the actual cops show up.
God damn it. Those junior detectives and their heroically reckless ways. Murphy, Jenkins, Hopkins, get in there.
Now a whole battle ensues here.
Dance.
Anybody want to die?
Hey, stop our detective. Great job, boys. You found the meth boss.
Detective Murphy, Jenkins, what the hell are you doing? We had a deal. A deal? That's right. We're partners in the drug business. Everything was fine until these super cops joined the force. Now we gotta kill you all.
Boys down.
I'm gonna kill you all.
Alright guys, put your hands together, a lot of shooting and killing going on, but be sure to take your wages. Let's hear for Rebecca.
Those junior detectives have no regard for the law.
Now the FBI shows up, like in real life.
And I want choppers on the roof.
Who the hell are you?
Agent Fields, FBI.
Hey, I'm in charge of this investigation.
Not anymore, you're not.
But that's not fair.
It's so.
Sorry, Detective Hopkins. We can't let anybody know about our partnership. That's right. We split it all. 50-50. That's right.
50-50.
I think we'll take 100% now.
Yeah,
Sorry, Gino, but in business like this, sometimes partnerships need to end.
That's right.
Sometimes
Jesus.
partnerships need to end.
Well, Super Cops, looks like I'll be taking in all the money now. I'm in business alone, and that means that the only person that I can't trust is myself.
Jesus Christ, dude.
The kids again did nothing.
Looks like Murphy and Jenkins got what they deserved. If it weren't for you boys, we would have never cleaned up the department.
All right, detectives, let's get one thing straight. I do not agree with your methods. You're uncontrolled and you're negligent. But by God, you get the job done. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I'm probably going to regret this, but, well, I'm promoting you to full detectives. There'll be lots more action and that big paycheck you've always wanted.
Big chick you've always wanted.
I think I have a better idea. Hello, sir. Welcome to the Proflosky Laundromat. Yes, I have a suit I need dry cleaned and pressed, please. Certainly.
Best
Here
part,
you are, Mr. McCurdy.
Butter's
Your
still
98
upstairs
and
jacking
look,
it.
That would be $9.95 on your American Express. Fellas! Hey, fellas! I got my semen sample. You did? Yeah. I was up there pounding my wiener for 2 days straight, and finally, I thought about Stan's mom's boobs, and this little tiny spooch this white stuff came out. That's great, Butters, but we're not playing detective anymore. We're playing laundromat.
Like it's dry clean
Would you like
pants.
those pants cleaned for $4.95?
Would you like this pants game for $4.95?
And again, we hear about how hot Stan's mom's boobs are.
Stan's mom, boobs. So yes, as you heard there, that was your full recap, or I guess you might say the episode. We kind of listened in on some specific parts. We're going to take a quick moment, and then we'll come right back with our top moments. What did Kenny say? Pop culture and trivia. We will be right back. Subscribe to Suck My Balls, a South Park review on Spotify, Apple's, iTunes, anywhere you want to download a podcast. Just type that in, subscribe to our feed, and you'll get the latest, greatest episode each and every week. You can also listen to us on YouTube and go back and watch some videos or any of our library. It's all there. Suck My Balls, South Park review. Hey guys, we just want to take this quick time out here just to recognize our sponsor. What's that? Well, who's our sponsor?
Baked Boys Club.
Baked Boys Club. TheBakedBoysClub.com.
The Baked Boys Club.
That's right, the Baked Boys Club. You can use our code SuckMyBallsPod and you'll save how much, Joe?
20 motherfucking%.
20.
You heard it right.
20%.
20%.
That's right, 20%. 20. That's 1/5 off your order just by typing in Suck My Balls Pod at thebakedboysclub.com. What does the Baked Boys Club have? Well, they've got hats, they've got shirts, they've got stickers, tons of different apparel. They've got mystery boxes, and if you use that code, according to Scoop, it brings it down to $49.95. So use Suck My Balls Pod code at thebakedboysclub.com. Baked Boys, not just a brand,
a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. That's right.
It's a lifestyle. I may have been too big to do that.
And we're back. Once again, shout out to our sponsors there, as we mentioned.
BakedBoys.com.
BakedBoysClub.com.
BakedBoysClub.com.
Use the code SuckMyBallsPod. You'll save 20% off your order.
Do it.
Baked Boys, not just a brand.
A lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. That's right. Well, of course, also shout out to our sponsors. They're represented by Spreaker. Whether you skip through it or listen to it, we appreciate you listening to our podcast. And if you heard my voice there, I do my own little, subscribe, share, little intro there in the middle of the podcast to tell you where you can listen to all of our podcasts. So thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. We're going to talk about on this half of the side of the podcast, if you've never joined us, we'd like to talk about trivia. We'd like to talk about pop culture references. In this episode, there was some continuity, part of the story arcs, as well as this is the second time in this episode, or at least from what we've seen, where we found out the information that the episode was dubbed differently in Mandarin Chinese, as well as we also have the return of What Did Kenny Say? So, Scoop, why don't you start us off with some trivia?
Butters in this episode is the first of the boys to masturbate and ejaculate semen, indicating he was prematurely started puberty. This later becomes a joke and sarcastic, although strangely, Butter forgets that semen is by that time. In the commentary for the episode, both Trey Parker and Matt Stone said that they feel like Butters probably lied about ejaculating due to his age. Huh.
But then how is that a lie though when he does in fact make Butters creamy goo?
Yeah, I don't know. When the boys enter the room where the boss of the Peppermint Hippo is, you hear him say, "All right, so we'll have to start having the McCormicks make our meth again." Ironically implying that the boys, in fact, do know he said boss indirectly.
At least Kenny knows who Chino is.
Ironically implying that the boys, in fact, do know the boss said indirectly. Do you know what the boss said indirectly? That was
The said boss indirectly, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. The said boss indirectly, yeah. Go ahead.
The boys are seen naked in this episode, but their penises are not shown. Kenny is only seen from the back. If you listen closely when the boys are in the shower, a fart noise can be heard.
Damn it, Cartman.
Damn it. This is one of many times the boys imagine themselves as something fictional or something that requires them to be older. Other times being in the Black Friday trilogy, the Coon Saga, Business and Go Fund Yourself, A Talent Agency in Wing, and Ninjas and Good Times with Weapons, and Naughty Ninjas. When the boys visit the police station, a man can be seen in the background that looks like a clean-shaven Harrison Yates, and a little younger.
Everyone looks younger, clean-shaven.
Yeah, it's true, a little bit. In the creator commentary,
Shout out to one of our top listeners, Jim Slay, who mentioned on our Facebook that we need to start a side podcast where Scoop just gets high and tries to read children's books.
Yes.
I mean, because Scoop has a problem reading at all times. It's pretty funny. He's not dyslexic or anything. I think he gets really high and he has a hard time reading shit.
In the creator commentary,
Trattin' May
mentioned the inspiration for the episode came from their childhood as they both played junior detectives. They also mentioned the second half episode where the boys get their badge. I'm sorry, I'm so stupid.
Okay, the second half of the episode where the boys get their badge and then immediately sent out to bust a narcotics ring was partially animated first before realizing they had material to give them a backstory on how they got their badges.
I'm fucking crying.
They both mentioned that they were surprised that they were allowed to show the scenes of Mr. Farnicle disposing of his wife's mutilated body parts. And that being like the opening scene when Mrs. Farnicle is dead. And then the episode came out when the forensics crime drama CSI was gaining a lot of popularity, which I think that was also kind of a satirical take there. You know, where like look how much these main networks get away with, you know, as far as death and whatnot. So like they went really over the top with it. Anyway, last thing here, what Mr. Farnknuckle supposedly did to his wife's bludgeoning her to death, dismembering her body and dissolving the remains in an acid-filled bathtub is very similar to what real-life serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer did to his victims.
Yeah, you know, after all the other stuff.
All right, Joe, read us some pop culture. See if we can get Ian under control.
The first thing I'm going to say is, for those of you that cannot see us right now, Ian is turned like beet red. This is great. The name of the strip club in the episode and in the franchise of South Park altogether, the Peppermint Hippo, is a play on an actual chain of strip clubs. I'm not dyslexic either, I promise, in the US and UK called the Spearmint Rhino. Actually, there was one in Vegas, and former UFC heavyweight champ Frank Mir was head of security there.
Oh, interesting.
Kicked me out one time.
Really?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Frank Mir kicked you out, huh?
Damn.
Yep.
Did you fight? Did you try fighting back?
Fuck no.
All right. Well,
I didn't even know who he was at the time. I just knew he was a big motherfucker.
Gotcha.
The flashbacks experienced while the boys describe the crimes are similar to those in the crime drama series CSI, which, as you guys were saying, that may have been kind of a message there. Like, look what these guys get away with, and you're not going to let us.
Right, exactly. Which they've continued to push the envelope even into like the specials with the QAnon shit and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
The South Park Q special.
Little cuties. The community kids are. So this episode uses many tropes found in basically every cop film ever, such as where the scene where Cartman is shouting at Butters while Kenny comforts him, basically the good cop, bad cop method of interrogation. There's a reason that's in every cop film, because it's in every interrogation. Lieutenant Dawson berating the boys and accusing them of being loose cannons in those words and threatening to demote them while stating that the mayor is on his ass for all the damage caused.
Right.
It's straight up Bad Boys ripoff right there.
Yep.
Dealing with crooked detectives who are on the bad guy's payroll. Again, every detective movie ever. And conflicts over jurisdiction from federal.
Right, with FBI and the local enforcement. And that happens all the time. Like
even in the shows.
Yeah, you could I'm just saying in general life, you could have something happen in like a specific area. The local enforcement shows up, but then like, oh, it happened on state patrol lines, so state patrol has to show up.
Yeah.
And then like it becomes like a bigger thing. So then like the fucking FBI has to come in or whatever, the CSI or Homeland Security, because we live in Arizona. Maybe it's that area. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Right. The president. Not anymore.
Not anymore. You're in charge. You're not. So that was your references there to some pop culture. Let me read off some of this continuity here. When the boys enter the Peppermint Hippo, the editor from the new Terrence and Phillip movie trailer can be seen getting a lap dance.
And that would be the one that censored Russell Crowe's act.
That's right. Making movies, singing songs, fighting around the world. And whenever a higher power appears, the person in charge always says, "Who's in charge here?" And then says, "Not anymore, you're not." Which this is, of course, going to be used later in the Snook.
Several times.
Do you know what happens when I inject apple juice into myself? It gives me really nasty farts.
Me nasty fart.
All right, so we're not going to read through all the, talk about the goofs. Some people like to do that. I don't really need to be like that minute here, but let's see if Scoop can read now. Scoop, why don't you read us some of the dubbing changes happened in Chinese? Oh my God, we're letting him read stuff out Chinese here? Fuck us.
Oh no.
Cartman's line of getting the fag on the perp in Washington is changed to requesting Kenny to contact Taiwanese forensic scientist Henry Lee to visit them and perform an investigation. The fag on that perp in Washington.
Can you get the FAG on that perp in Washington?
Right, it's the FAG.
Can you get the FAG?
Yeah.
The FAG. Agent Hunter is first addressed as Smith, as his team is taking over the boy's missing doll case. Kyle questions him if he's really Smith or Neo. Both of these names reference American singer Neo, with Smith being his real last name.
That seems more like a Matrix reference.
That's what I
than
thought.
a
That's what
Neo
I'm feeling.
reference.
But I guess that's what they're saying. So
During the standoff
because
against
the Matrix wasn't out yet at that point, I don't think.
Was
right?
it?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah,
The
was it?
Matrix
Wasn't it
came out
90?
in '99.
It did it?
Yeah, I thought it was 97.
Oh.
No, it was 99. Was it? I don't know. Yeah, it was 99. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
The
shit's
first one
old.
was definitely out by this point.
That shit was old as fuck. During the standoff against Bill and Foss, it's Foss, right?
Bill and Fosse? Yeah.
Bill Fosse claims that he's wearing a bulletproof vest, with Kyle retorting that the election is already over. The election is already over. This is a reference to the March 19 shooting incident and an assassination attempt on Chen Shu-bian. That occurred one day before the 2004 Taiwanese presidential election. Before the boys' final attempt against Bill and Fosse, Cartman decides to imitate Chow Yun-fat.
And again, this is what happened in China. This is not actually what happened what we saw. This is what happened in the dubbing.
In Taiwan.
I just want to make sure they know.
The names of Hopkins, Murphy, and Jenkins parody the main characters of the Infernal Affairs film series. Huh. They must change a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they do.
Butters explains to the boys that he managed to ejaculate and produce a semen sample by thinking about Patty Howe's breast.
Patty who's breast, I guess?
Patty
in
who?
China? I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess that's a big...
Man,
Patty who?
although Cartman saying I'm gonna imitate Chow Yun Fat or go Chow Yun Fat mode instead of go slow motion, that would sound more badass. Like I don't agree with the Chinese government on much, but I mean I got to go with them on that.
Let's jump into what Kenny said.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into another...
I don't want to sing now.
Well, good. Now you're muted. We're going to get into another edition of What Did Kenny Say? What did Kenny say? All right, so anyway, what does Kenny say here? And the episode starts off here. Stan says, no, we're not going to stop playing detectives. We've just got to find the little girl's doll before the FBI guys does. And Kenny says, yeah. Now, later on, as you alluded to in that good cop, bad cop scene, that's where Kenny had more lines. Cartman says, you sure you feel house? I'm going to beat your ass so you're going to start telling the truth. And then Kenny pats Butters' shoulders and says, aw, don't be so mean. Butters is our friend, huh? And then Stan behind both of them says, we got really good at this good cop, bad cop thing. Cartman says, you going down, bud? You hear me? And Kenny's like, aw, now don't say that, poor little kid. And Cartman goes on to say, you're worth the $2 criminal in your line. Kenny's like, aw, it's okay, little fella.
You're really too heavy.
And then later on, Cartman, after telling Butters about the semen sample, says, I found me in the bathroom. And Kenny's still soothing, says, aw, it's okay, kid. It's not going to hurt. And that's what he said in that scene. Now, throughout the remainder of the episode, he does have a couple of one-liners here. Tucker at one point says, Stan says, just because your parents can afford better toys than ours doesn't make you better than us. And Tucker, the kid, says, yes, it does so. And Kenny asks, well, what do we do now? And that's where Stan says, we got to get the doll ourselves. Later on, we also see Kyle said, dude, if my mom knew I was here, I would be in super big trouble. Kenny stopped, looked around, and jumped for joy by yelling out loud, woo-hoo. He also had the pew-pew scene where the guns where Cartman yelled at him, no, Kenny, it's not pew-pew, it's bang, bang, bang. And that was it. Kenny actually didn't die in this episode either.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up, they had the perfect opportunity to murder him during that gun scene where they're like shooting everywhere twice.
And I think that may be why they didn't do it, because it's like, oh, well, Kenny's gonna die here. And it's like,
I guess,
oh, holy shit, Kenny didn't die.
Right?
There we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another edition of What Did Kenny Say? You need to back off the mic. You're a little too hot on it. Oh, that's what Kenny said there. That was pretty good synchronization there.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
That was pretty
What
good.
do you think, Joe? Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right.
That was
Pretty
right.
good.
Well, ladies
Nice.
and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another edition of one of my favorite shows that I do with you guys every week.
Suck my balls, suck my
Shake my
balls.
balls.
My balls, my balls, suck and drink.
Suck My Balls, a South Park review. As I talk about it each and every week, I'm your host in the heat and I can't be beat. I'm your guy who's high where the hair is dry. Your boy, MSG. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Matthew _share. Also, you can follow us at Suck My Balls Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and on Facebook at the South Park Pod.
Do
Mr.
it.
freaking Ian. What do you got going on in your life?
What do I got going on in my life? Let me tell you something what I got going on in my life. Good things.
Good things?
Good thing.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And of course, to our boy, Joe. Joe, what's going on in the world of Joe Vernola's world?
Oh, man, I got a whole lot coming up. January 16th, we will be at the Roxy Theater in Denver, 5 Points. If you go to theroxydenver.com, you can get your tickets for that. And we will be having shows there the entire year, actually. So check us out. And, enjoy your holidays and all that fun stuff.
Well, congratulations to Primos Pro Wrestling and you on securing a brand new venue for your wrestling endeavors.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
thank
awesome.
That's fucking awesome. Well, I hope you... Well, this is December the 9th, so we definitely will continue to talk with each other as we get closer to Christmas. But we do.
Oh yeah, no, that was more for the listeners because I figured this would be
Can you
right
shut
around
the
that
fuck
time.
up and let me finish what I was gonna say? And what I was gonna say was, and if you are listening to this around Christmas, we want to say. This is bad.
Someone out there is just like, oh, my fucking jams! I can't believe it!
I think we've made Joe mad today.
Yeah, we're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, come back to another. I love you, Joe. Coming back to another edition next week. We appreciate you, and we
love you. Thank you for listening so much. Thank you.
You're the bomb, and without you, we wouldn't have shows. So thank you.
Yeah.
Seriously, we really appreciate it.
A pretty special Christmas. Hey, guys, what's going on? Oh, hey, Kenny.
Dude, where have you been? Well, come on, we gotta tell you what happened. I'm sure glad it's over with.
Yeah, but I feel like things are finally back to normal.
This conversation is kind of leaving me dry. No small talk leaves a pain in my side. Bed of roses can bring a man in vain to the bridges where I'll see his name. Oh, on the river as it lights up the way. Oh, seems to float his boat, and now he knows to rock the waves. Yeah. Conversations that he has in his head are no longer demons, and he can finally go to bed. And he knows that things will change for worse or for better.